So let me just say good morning to everyone and thank you for spending some time with us for our healthy cooking demonstration with Chef Isra Gordon. As you know, I'm the president of Body Sculpt of New York, a nonprofit health and fitness organization, and the creator of the 6 Weeks of Fitness programs. And I'm the host of the 6 Weeks of Fitness podcast. We believe that by eating healthy and exercising, you can improve your health. You can lose weight, you can reverse chronic disease, all these things you can do. Your life, your health is in your hands. Now, I often say that no matter how much exercise you do, it is impossible to outrun a bad diet. It was Hippocrates, the father of modern medicine, who said, all diseases begin in the gut. So we must be mindful of what we're putting in our bodies, what we are consuming. What you put in is what you're going to get out. It was Hippocrates who also said that we should make food our medicine and medicine our food. And that is why we are here today, to learn how to cook healthy so we can feed our bodies the proper nutrients that it needs to function optimally. So I want you to sit back, watch this presentation, ask questions of Chef Isra, but we want to help you to become healthier. And it starts with what you're eating, what you're putting in your mouth, what you are consuming. Okay, it's so important. So thank you so much for coming out here today. And we look forward to this healthy cooking presentation.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Vince. Good morning, everyone. For those who love cooking,
Yes.
we just want to welcome you to our cooking show with Chef Isra. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Chef Isra Gordon. And she was born and raised on the island of Grenada and is a graduate of the New York Restaurant School Culinary Program. Chef Isra is a holistic and metabolic health coach with over 30 years of training and research in the culinary industry. Her passion is living a lifestyle where health and wellness thrive. Her personal recipes have been featured in cookbooks and magazines such as One Sweet Cookie and Kuji magazine. Chef Isra has extensive experience catering to those with dietary restrictions and preferences, such as raw foodies, vegetarians, pescatarians, and others. Chef Isra opened Mint Porch Café in Brooklyn, New York, to provide balanced and nutritious meals to her clients and community with an emphasis on spiritual and physical alignment. Mint Porch Café carries over 30 different types of teas, some of which are carefully formulated by Chef Isra to treat diabetes, dementia, high cholesterol, weight loss, and much more. Mint Porch Café is the culmination of Chef Isra's passion and years of experience in the culinary world. Chef Isra believes that the obesity epidemic can be linked directly to the food we eat, the amount of sugary foods and drinks we consume, and the lack of exercise. Leading by example, Chef Isra is ready to personally guide you to experience your own success. For more information about Chef Isra, visit mintporch.com or call her, and I will put her number in the chat. And I will tell you that, yes, she does wonderful with guiding you with nutrition. I am one of her clients. Now, Chef Isra, you can take it away.
Here. Okay. Hello, everyone. Chef Isra Gordon here. Good morning to everyone. Blessings over your day. Are you ready for this presentation today?
Yes.
Okay, so food is not just about the food on your plate that I will show you, but holistically speaking, food is about everything that happens in your life. Every decision that you make, everything that has to do with you. So again, I'm just going to introduce myself. My name is Chef Isra Gordon. Functional nutrition specialist in terms of working with food and the functions of your body. I'm a holistic health coach. I'm also a chef and a coach. So I help you on the journey of health and wellness, and also reiterating that exercise and healthy eating works hand in hand for a healthy lifestyle. So a little bit about Mint Porch. If you look on the website, you might find some things about Mint Porch that you probably would hear me talking about some other things, because we're evolving. We're not just staying in one position. I have discovered, after serving 3 different kinds or 4 different or 5 different kinds of cuisines at Mint Porch, I've streamlined to serving only what deeply matters to your health. And it is your body, your mind, and your spirit. And as it is above, so it is beneath. And so we have physics, we have chemistry that's associated and has everything in alignment with healthy wellness. So Mint Porch Café has transformed its situation and service to vegan, alkaline lifestyle. And so I've discovered through my work and through my studies that everything that is closer to earth and plant is better for us. And so on a daily basis, you can come to Mint Porch and sample some of our vegan alkaline lifestyle food, not processed foods, but everything that relates to the plant. Because we were born and raised on earth, and so everything that's coming from the earth connects with us. The closer you stay to earth, the better it is for you. So today, I want to talk to you about a few things. You can only get so much done in a specific amount of time, but some principles. Healthy eating is easy. And so your health matters. Every day, it's another day to choose healthily what you're going to put into your body, because food is your fuel, food is your medicine.
Yes.
Let your food be your medicine. You hear it all the time. But this is a principle I'm going to share before I get into the prep itself. If your body is not ready to receive the food, or it's not conditioned in the right condition to receive the food, the vitamins or whatever you're taking, it would just go out of your body. If you won't absorb it. So to create an environment that you can absorb your healthy, delicious food that you're going to eat, that's very important. And that's what we're teaching you today, to stay close to earth. So I want to share with you guys, everyone has heard about the quinoa, but a lot of people don't like it, and a lot of people don't know what to do with it. Many people have not heard about fonio. Fonio is another, it's an ancient super grain. It has even more benefits than the quinoa. You can get a lot of iron from here. You can get a lot of fiber from here. You can get protein from here, just as well as you're getting the protein and iron and minerals and stuff from the quinoa. So today I'm choosing to combine a bit of the fonio with the quinoa in working with some peppers that we're going to work with today. We have asparagus that has a lot of properties, high in antioxidants, helps to fight cancer-causing cells in your body, the cells that go funny, and especially these days when we're dealing a lot with that. Garlic, I'll show you guys some garlic here. Beautiful garlic. I hope you can see what's going on the cutting board. Red onions, because red onions are less acidic. We're working, not trying, but we're working with ingredients that would keep the body in more of an alkaline state. In an alkaline state, your organs love to thrive, and diseases love to thrive in acidic conditions. So we chose to bring you things that would help your body on a deeper level, on a cellular level, and also to give you more energy, more strength, more vitality, better sleep, better communication and better mood. That's what you get when you create an alkaline condition in your body. And it's not about processed or fake foods. It's about plant food. It's about your red onions. It's about your scallion. It's about your kale greens. We're gonna do a little bit of a salad with kale greens and some turnips here. It's about your sweet peppers. It's about your herbs, your rosemary, your parsley, a little sweet peppers, pimento peppers, your mint, your pumpkin. Those things are all plant-based. When you bring them together in a very simple, delicious way, very careful way, you can have a wonderful dish on your table. So while you were waiting for the Zoom, I prepared this pepper. I just roasted it. You can roast that on a flat top or roast it in your pan. This is going to be part of our cooking demo today. And then we're gonna use our peppers. We're gonna do some green peppers, some yellow peppers, and some red peppers. I'm gonna show you how you can work with the quinoa and the fonio to make a beautiful stuffed pepper that you can have on your Thanksgiving table, your Christmas table, or you can have on your table every day. So here we go. I'm gonna put up the fonio. One of the other things that we're working with, we're using alkalized water instead of using the water from the tap, because we don't want all the chemicals that's in the tap water to be in your food. So whatever we can do to make it better for you, make it healthier for you, that's what we're choosing to work with. So I'm gonna put the fonio to cook right now.
Oh, that's good.
And something important, a lot of people don't know how to work with quinoa. They don't know what it looks like when it's done. It's dry like this before you cook it, but after you cook it, it blooms and becomes a lot softer and a lot more, it's better for you to be able to eat and digest. If it's not cooked properly or it's overcooked, you won't get a good recipe. So I also want to share with you guys, you have the ability to take classes here with me for more demos that gets closer to what I'm doing here at Mint Porch. If you so choose, you can contact me, a message at my email or give me a phone call. So I'm going to put up the fonio. It takes only a few minutes on the fire, and I'm going to show you guys how this is done. I'm going to cook some of the quinoa. I'm going to show you guys what the quinoa looks like when it's completed. All of these items are available for you in the vegetable store, or you can get some of these things like the fonio. You probably can get it on Amazon, or you can get it in some of the health food stores. And but quinoa you can find in almost every vegetable store around. The kale greens, you find it anywhere. I like to work with the kale like this. I'm going to prep the kale and set that aside while the quinoa and the fonio is getting cooked. So this is what I do with the kale greens, because you have this vein right here. It's like really tough. So a lot of times, if you have to put it in your recipe, they want to remove the softer part of the kale first. You can use this stock. You can put it in a smoothie, or you can put it in your juice, or you can also just cut that up really finely, cook it first if you're making a cooked kale. So you cook this first, and then you would add the softer part later on. Today we won't be using this. We'll be using only the softer part of the kale. We're making a salad out of it, right? This is all washed already, it's ready to go. You wanna give love to your food, which is what I'm doing right here. For us to make a really good kale salad, you wanna massage the kale. So in this bowl here, I'm gonna add a little olive oil. The less ingredients you add to your food, the better it is. A lot of times I think we put too many ingredients in our foods, and then they start fighting, the flavors start fighting, and then you don't get the result that you're looking for. What you want is something that's delicious, something tasty, and something that is really appealing to the eyes, because you eat with your eyes. When your food looks beautiful, you want to enjoy your food. So we're using here, we use black salt, and we also use Himalaya salt. A lot of people are using these salts now in their diet. The table salt is not the best option. So everything we're using here is a better option for you in terms of your health and wellness. So I'm just going to put a little bit of the Himalaya salt in here, a little bit of the Himalaya salt in the fonio, and some Himalaya salt that's going to create a bit of friction when I'm trying to bring massage the kale right here. So you pick up your kale, you have your oil, you squeeze it. It's a bit of a marinating process, but giving love to your food. And another thing to share with you, since this is the body and the mind and the spirit, is your intention when you're making something. You think about your body, you think about, how can I take care of my body in the best way? What is the best thing I can do to help me create an alkaline condition, or to help me sleep better, or to give me more energy? What is the best thing I can do? And even while you're massaging your kale, getting it ready for your salad, you're just thinking about giving something really good to your body. So it's about the total man we're addressing here. We're not just addressing, an onion or pepper or whatever it is. We're addressing the whole body, the whole man. So we're going to check the fonio here. The fonio is like almost done already. All of the water is gone. We have this beautiful rich fiber. The fonio, you can use it also for making a porridge. So you're not getting that starchiness, but you're getting protein and you're getting fiber. It's an amazing grain to add to your diet. Fonio is even ready faster than the quinoa here. Quinoa is not ready as yet, has a very long way to go. I'm trying to show you this here. It's a very long way to go. Well, it takes about 10 minutes. So I'm just going to put that back here. I'm going to add a little bit more of the alkalized water. This will continue to cook. I'm just going to set this aside. I had pre-prepared some lentil. Lentil also can be part of your recipe. Lentil is not only for a stew, it's not only for a soup. You can do so many things with lentil. And I just want to show you how to incorporate it into what you're doing here, making a salad. So pumpkin. Pumpkin is going to be part of this recipe. What I did with this pumpkin is that I cut the pumpkin, removed the seeds, and I put it on a pan. I'm just going to show you guys. So I did it already. You put it on a pan, you add some water, you put it in your oven to bake. So the pumpkin becomes nice and soft, and you can easily peel off the skin, and then it's ready for whatever recipe that you choose to use it in, whether it's going to make a soup or you're going to put it in this quinoa, which we're about to do. I'm going to remove the meat from the pumpkin and have that ready. You guys here, we have the kale ready. I'm going to set that aside. And your peppers, we're going to be putting that in the oven to bake. So this pepper sits flat, so you don't have to do much with it. But if it doesn't, you would shave off a little bit on the bottom so it would sit flat. So now we're going to cut off the top of the pepper. And we're going to remove the inside, the seeds. We don't want that. And that's going in the oven in a little bit. This is going to be a cover. Let's do the same thing for the green pepper. I think the green pepper needs to sit a little bit. Don't want it to do any rocking and rolling here. We're going to remove the inside. Pretty soon we're putting that in the oven. We want to remove the seeds from the top. Removing the seeds from the inside. And now your peppers, we're going to just put a little olive oil on there. Then we're going to put them in the oven for a bit before we stuff them with our quinoa, our fonio, and our herbs and spices. What the olive oil will do would create a nice shine. Okay, create a nice shine on your peppers. Just place them on an empty pan. Imagine you can use peppers all different colors. Imagine you're serving your family. Each person gets whatever color pepper that they would like. The body loves colorful food because you eat with your eyes. When your body sees that, it sends a message to your brain and telling the brain, prepare for beautiful digestion. If it's something that the body doesn't recognize when you taste it, the body would say, send a message to the brain saying, prepare for war. This thing is really foreign. And that's the reason why we need to eat foods that are close to nature, not all that man-made stuff. The body doesn't digest it as well as it digests food that is raised from the soil. Let's check the it's not ready. We're going to add a little bit more. We're going to add a little bit more water to the quinoa. I'll show you guys some quinoa that's already cooked for a recipe. And then I'll show you when this quinoa is complete, I'll show you guys what it looks like. I'm going to multitask by adding my asparagus to this quinoa that's been cooked here because that's going to be part of our recipe. When this is all said and done, we're going to take the asparagus and set that aside because that's going to be for our garnish. We're going to add now some already cooked quinoa to this bowl. And we're going to start adding our pumpkin and our spices and herbs to it before we put that in the pepper. So this is what your cooked quinoa would look like. It would be very grainy. You don't want it to be wet and sticky. So one thing about the quinoa, when it's cooked, you want to rinse it out because it has that it has a funny taste. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people don't feel good when they eat it is because it releases some, almost feels like indigestible, the taste that comes from it if you don't rinse it. But once you rinse it, then it feels a lot better for you to digest. So I'm going to just put the cooked quinoa in the bowl here. And you can add many things in here with your quinoa. Today we're going to add pumpkin. I don't know if you've ever had pumpkin quinoa, but because pumpkin has a lot of its own water, we want to make sure that the quinoa is cooked properly. Just going to mix the pumpkin in here with that. That's really, 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 really tasty. Discovering how you can be creative with food is a plus. You can go into your kitchen and just apply some simple techniques, simple sharing. Here is your quinoa. We'll turn the bowl here so you guys can see with the pumpkin, baked pumpkin. So with that, I'm going to add some garlic. I'm going to add some chopped parsley. Right now, I think our asparagus, I'm going to show you your asparagus. You want your asparagus to be like bright when it's cooked. Don't want it to be brown. So right now, I'm going to remove the asparagus. Set that aside. Also, the asparagus is adding some flavor to the quinoa that is being cooked here. Right now, your quinoa is blooming. It's not quite ready. Now you can see two different textures here. You can see a part of it that it looks a little bit puffy, and then you can see like the little circles are forming. You just need to go a little bit longer. I know I can hear someone say, so how do I know when it's cooked? Take the quinoa and squeeze it through your fingers, your pointer finger and your thumb, and feel it. If it feels really hard, it's not ready. If it has just a little give, then it's ready. Right now, still feels a little bit too firm. So I'm putting it back on the fire, but you can see the blooming process has started, and we probably have about 3 more minutes until this is done. The other thing we're going to add to our quinoa here is our fonio. Adding some extra grain to our recipe. That's going to be so delicious. I like using turmeric. Turmeric has great properties, fights inflammation in the body, also helps build a stronger immune system, also helps remove your brain fog. So anything that's going to help to keep your cells clear is going to help you to feel healthier and to feel stronger and to feel clearer. So this is fresh turmeric that was dried and grounded in this mill right here. Add a little turmeric to your recipe. I don't use black pepper. I do use cayenne pepper because black pepper is acidic. Cayenne pepper helps with your digestion. So I'm adding a little bit of cayenne pepper, a little bit that helps with color. And okay, so if you can see this, your quinoa is now done, fully bloomed, beautiful looking. You can see like there's a little spot in the center, like a ring around the outside. It is done. You may rinse this and set it aside so you can use in your recipe. I had previously cooked some that I showed you I have here, so that we're going to be using to stuff our peppers. All right, so right now, the other thing we want to add, you can add some Brussels sprouts to this, gives you more fiber. Also to all of those things in the cabbage family is good. It's really good for your microbiome. So I chose to use the Brussels sprouts today because they're so cute. I love them. How do you work with the Brussels sprouts? Well, you take the top part off, you cut that off, and then you put an X on it if you're going to just blanch it to cook it. But if you're not, you just, today, which is what we're gonna do, I'm gonna chop it finely, and we're going to add that to our recipe before we put our peppers in the oven. You can saute it first before you put it in the quinoa fonio mix, or you can put it raw and let the oven do its work. It doesn't really matter either way. The fact is you're getting the nutrients from the Brussels sprouts. You can use cabbage in its place. You can use spinach in its place. You can use kale in its place. There are many different things you can do. I like using, back home we call this shadow belly. It's a different kind of cilantro. I like using that in a lot of my recipes, but not too much of it because it has a very strong flavor. So if you're using a gentle ingredient, you don't want to use flavors that are overpowering because you want to have harmony when you put your food together. So I'm going to use some pimento. As a carrot person, I love using pimento. And I'm going to use some mint also in this recipe because what you want to do when you're cooking is to use the herbs and spices to flavor your food, not the stuff that you shake from a bottle if you bought from the store. You don't know what they have in there, but you know, if you pick up a piece of shadow belly, you know that's what you have. If you pick up a piece of mint, you know that's what you have. So we're going to use the mint leaves. We're going to use the parsley. Not too much mint leaves. We're going to use some pimento, some garlic. Gonna add that to your recipe, and then we're gonna stuff the peppers in a little bit. The roasted pepper that we have here is to make a sauce, and that's gonna be going on your plate to serve with your peppers with some other herbs. So I'm gonna set that aside. We're also gonna use some scallion. It's going to be the scallion and the red peppers with some olive oil and some balsamic vinaigrette. We're going to run that in the blender in a little bit, and we're going to pour that over your stuffed pepper, your peppers that were stuffed with the fonio and the quinoa. So I'm going to do some chopping away over here. You can also do some sun-dried tomatoes for a little color in with the fonio and quinoa. So let's start here. I'm going to just chop up these herbs. That's going to be going in your recipe. 1 pepper for each family member on a bed of kale greens. Chop, chop. Smash your garlic. Lots of garlic to help you fight cholesterol. Lots of garlic to help with the weight loss. Herbs and spices to rejuvenate your senses. Colorful food that your body loves. You have some sun-dried tomatoes I'm chopping up here. That's going to be going in your recipe. Using some pimento peppers. Okay. Beautiful. So that's your, oh, this is gorgeous, and this is already delicious, even without the herbs. But the herbs is gonna add another dimension. Look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? Pimento peppers, sun-dried tomatoes, parsley, shado beni, garlic. I want to add some red onions to that because that's just gonna bring this whole recipe home, right? So we're gonna add some red onions. If you're a person who likes things spicy, you can add some jalapeno. But if you're gonna add jalapeno, you're not using the seeds. You're only going to add the outer part of the jalapeno. And if you just want a little flavor and not spiciness, no seeds in there. We can add a little bit of the jalapeno to the sauce. That's going to be going with this recipe. So I won't put the jalapeno in with the mix. I'll blend the jalapeno with the sauce, and we're going to use that in our recipe when our peppers are done. Okay, so onions. Cut your onions in two. Have to be very careful. We want the onions very finely cut. But even if you can't cut it finely and you would only cut chunky, that's fine. Not too much onions and not too much chopping because you would end up frying and then you can't see the maker. Red onions add a wonderful dimension and flavor to your recipe. So here, got your red onions in here. You really mix this well. And now what we're going to do is we're going to stuff all peppers with. And peppers of all different colors here. You can add some plant-based cheese in here if you're someone who loves cheese. In this recipe, we're only using the fonio and quinoa. So I have my platter here. On this platter, you would have your kale that you have given so much love and care. We'll set that aside. I'm gonna cut the turnips. A lot of people don't bother with that turnip, but I'm gonna cut this turnip and I'm going to julienne it finely, and then I'm going to put it on here. Then we'll place our peppers on here after it's baked, and then we're ready to go. Peppers going to the oven. Tops off your, and the bottoms off your turnip so it can sit flat. Then you cut slices so you can get the julienne. You line it up like this. Then you start cutting so you can get some nice thin slices. It's going to be part of your recipe. So here, So this platter is now ready. We're using simple things that you find at your vegetable stand every day. You don't have to order it and wait for 3 weeks for it to come in. Right there, you have your kale, marinated kale, and you have your turnip. You can also parsnip, you can use turnip, you can use radish. This is radish. Any one of these would work the same way. And what you want to add very often is some raw food to your diet. So you can have your life force energy. You're getting it straight from the earth, and that's coming to your body. Using beautiful oils that is friendly to your body. I like this brand, olive oil, cold press, extra virgin, and I use the salt, the Himalaya salt, to marinate it and give it some love and care. And now it's almost like it's cooked. When you're eating kale, you know, it takes you a little time to chew it really well, and that helps with your digestion. The more you chew, the better your digestion, and your body's getting ready to do something good for you, not just like chopping it, swallowing it, which happens to a lot of people on the run. They're just grabbing something on the go, walking and eating, driving and eating, which is not very good for our digestion. So when you sit down and eat something like kale, it gives you time to really get into it, chew it well, and digest it. So I'm just going to get the peppers out of the oven in a few, and I'm going to show you guys how this sets up. And then so you have questions that you would ask in a few minutes. This would take about 15 minutes in the oven. But I just want to show you guys what this would look like. I'm setting it up on the platter. I'll show you in a minute. This would be pretty for your Thanksgiving table. So here's your stuffed pepper with fonio and quinoa. You would probably have a bigger platter, but you can either put the cover on them. You can give them different colors of cover. Really have fun with this. And present it to your family. Imagine a big platter of different colored peppers stuffed with all these healthy ingredients on your table. And then you would put the sauce, which we're going to make in a few minutes, in a sauce boat on the side. And as people take their peppers and place it on their plate, they would drizzle their sauce like all over it and sit down and enjoy. Right? Okay, so this is the end of this part. I'm going to make the sauce, and if anybody has any questions, they can ask at this time. I hand the call back over to the host. Does anyone have any questions?
Yes, I have a question. This is Charmaine. I was wondering, why you wash your quinoa after and not before?
Maybe if they have questions, they can put it in the chat, Donna, and I can see it on the screen, and then I can answer. If they
Yes,
have questions.
I know Charmaine had a question about the quinoa. She wanted to know, do you wash it before or after? Is that your question, Charmaine?
Friends, can you guys put it in the chat, because I'm not really hearing you too well.
Charmaine.
Yes, I'm typing it in the chat.
Oh, okay, good. Okay. I want to make sure I got it right. Okay. All right, Charmaine's going to put it in the chat, Israel.
Oh, fonio. That other grain was fonio. It's a super grain. It's light and nutty. It's an ancient grain.
Mm. Yeah, never heard of that. Yeah, I never heard of it either. Fonio. Okay.
Well, you learn something new every day.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But if you didn't have fonio, you could just use quinoa only.
Okay.
So I have the roasted peppers
Mm-hmm.
back here, red peppers. If you notice on the platter, I had no red. We're gonna do you can wash it before or you can wash it after. The most important thing is that you rinse it off. So you're not using the cooking liquid. You're not keeping the cooking liquid, because when the grain is exposed, there are other things that it releases that goes into the liquid, and I think that sometimes the flavor of it, some people are turned off. It's too strong, or it has some other properties about it that may not be as digestible. So that's the reason why I like to do it after it's cooked. Even if you wash it before, the quinoa might probably fly all over the place. But when it's cooked, it's become heavier with the liquid. And then whatever it releases into the water, you're rinsing that off. So that's why I like to rinse that off. So I don't like to taste that strange flavor myself.
Okay. Any other questions for Chef Israel?
Yeah, I'm looking to see if there are any other questions. So I have the peppers here. I'm going to add, like I said, I was going to do some jalapeno with it without the seeds. That's going in your blender. Most people have a blender at home. That's going to be the sauce for to eat with your peppers. Some olive oil goes in with that. You can use lemon juice or you can use balsamic vinegar, but not apple cider vinegar. That's acidic. So you add some balsamic vinegar. You may add a touch of salt. A little bit of raw honey to balance out the flavor, not too much. And then we're gonna grind all that up. Now you have a beautiful sauce. Show you what it looks like. A beautiful sauce that goes with your peppers. I'm going to use this yellow pepper to show you. You can take your asparagus now. That's for other presentation. Your asparagus goes inside of this. Then you add a dollop of the sauce right on top. And if you like, you can add a pinch of herb right on top there, and then you're ready to go. And this is it. You can enjoy this without guilt. You have all your nutrients in here. You have your proteins, you have your minerals, you have your fiber, and it keeps you nice and full for much longer than if you eat something that is unhealthy. That's it, Vince.
Okay, well, that's good. So no questions for Chef Isra. This was an awesome presentation, because I often say, again, when it comes to trying to be healthy, you can't outrun a bad diet. You've got to eat better. You got to eat healthier. It's what you put in your body that's going to determine how you look and how you feel. So we have to be mindful of what we're consuming. And what's really important is that Chef Isra was showing us how to eat living food that has enzymes, that's going to add to your body, because we have trillions of cells, and our cells need to be fed properly. And that's how you feed your cells. That's how you feed your body on a cellular level. And those foods also have high oxygen, alkaline foods. And that's why we need to eat more of it. We're eating too much of the dead food that has no nutritional value whatsoever. And so that's why, and as Chef Isra shows that off there, looks really nice. I mean, what you're looking at life. That's what you're looking at. When's the last time you ate green peppers, okay? When's the last time you ate veggies and fruits? Did you pick one up today? Are you eating healthy today? Every day counts. It's not just on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but it's Monday through Sunday that you want to eat healthy, because you're alive Monday through Sunday. Every day of the week, you are moving your body. Every day of the week, you need your body. So why not take care of your body every day of the week? I know we're tempted to eat the sweets, and the sweets are addictive. They put chemicals in these foods. It's like we're, being used and abused, okay? And why should that be the case? Why should we let ourselves be taken over by the food industry, by the pharmaceutical industry? Why? Okay? Why should we be slaves to the industry? Years ago, we had slavery, right? Now we don't have slavery, but we do have slavery in the sense that we are slave to our addictions. Okay? We are mindless when it comes to how we're eating. So let's take charge. Today is Saturday. What are we going to do? We're going to eat healthier today? Are you going grocery shopping? What are you going to pick up in the groceries? Now, it's hard to go through any of the aisles without seeing some junk food, but you have to say, what is that going to do for me? What has it done for me? It put on extra pounds. It may have given me some diseases like cancer or kidney disease. What good eating those type of foods are going to do? It's causing more harm than good. So that's why I wanted to have this presentation to let you know there's another way. There's an alternative way. And I didn't mention this earlier, but Chef Isra has been my personal chef for, I'm not sure how long has it been. Was it like 10 years at this point? A long time. Every week on a Friday, I would go to her Mint Porch Café and I would pick up my food for the week. And that's how important I felt that feeding my body the right food on a cellular level was important. Was it expensive? No, because I'm taking care of my health. I'm worth it. I don't know about anyone else, right? But I hope you feel the same way, because you are worth investing in your health. They say, well, eating healthy is expensive. No, sickness is expensive. That's expensive, not eating healthy. Eating healthy is an investment in you. That means you know that you are the most important person on the planet. If something should happen to you, your job is going to continue, your family will be upset and hurt, but what about you? Take care of your body. Because when you're feeding your body right, you're also feeding your mind. I can't tell you how much clarity I have from eating living food as opposed to eating French fries and cake. when you eat fast food, a lot of times it creates confusion. Your mind is cluttered. But when you eat more healthier, you seem to have more clarity of thought, more clarity of mind and your will, and you become more productive. And so I challenge every one of you to go out and purchase some healthy food today. And if you're in the Brooklyn or in the New York City area, give Chef Israel a call. Go by Mint Porch Café and check it out. You know, she has a lot of wonderful food there. And as Donna says, she's a client as well. And she actually takes people to the market. All right, so with that being said, I don't have anything else, but those of you who are part of the program, I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock. But this has been a wonderful presentation. And if you guys don't have any other questions, I'm gonna let Chef Israel go back to her work, which she loves and does so passionately. And I truly mean that. I love the kitchen. It's perfect out there. It really looks good. All right, with that being said, God bless you guys. Thank you for being a part of this presentation. And I hope to see most of you on Tuesday evening. Take care. Bye-bye.